Welcome back to Spectator Sporting, sponsored by SpectatorSporting.com. I'm Zach Roach.
I'm Adewale.
Remember, go to SpectatorSport.com, SpectatorSporting.com for more clips, videos, and articles by my man right here. Great website. You can leave comments, agree or disagree with them. Just go on the website. It's dope. Now, we talked about the Bears. Now, the rest of the NFL draft. A lot of surprises, lot of trades, a lot of things. You know, some things went as expected, some things didn't. One thing that I don't think most of America thought was going to happen was Baker Mayfield going #1 to the Cleveland Browns. Now, we heard reports coming out, but I thought it was just blowing smoke. What's your thought on Baker Mayfield going to the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah, I was shocked. I thought it was just smoke and mirrors. I thought Cleveland Browns was just trying to trick people that they was going to take Baker Mayfield #1. The guy is 6 foot tall. He ran a 4.8 40. So apparently they think he's a new Drew Brees. So I thought they would go with Sam Darnold, and they went with Baker Mayfield, which really threw me off.
It threw me off, but I do understand. I get it. Like, I know Cleveland has not made the best decisions in the past few drafts, but I do understand the pick. Baker Mayfield, Cleveland needs a spark. They need a spark in the worst way. They need something where they need somebody that the city can follow. And Baker Mayfield does bring that attitude. He does bring that swag.
Yeah.
And he seems like a guy that can rally the troops around him, and they can get. So I think that's somebody that the Cleveland fans can get excited about.
Get that Johnny Manziel swag.
Well,
Johnny Manziel swag.
Not that swag. Let's not throw that out on him. He's just because he's a fiery short guy don't mean he's like Johnny Manziel. I'm not gonna say that.
A former Heisman Trophy winner too.
Yeah, yes, all that. You know, I just think, you know, he was fantastic last year. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
Even when they lost to Georgia, he had over 500 yards passing.
Yeah, he's good.
He's great in the pocket. He can throw in the pocket. He has great touch on the deep ball, and he has a knack and ability just to make plays. But this is NFL, and like you say, he runs a 4.8. It's lineman that's faster than him. So we're gonna really test that scrambling ability with him. But I was surprised to see. I thought Josh Allen be #1 pick, but maybe those tweets that came out, we don't know what happened.
Right.
That came out about him. Maybe that made him go down. But Baker Mayfield, #1 pick. Unbelievable.
Shocking.
Didn't expect that. What team, in your opinion, really made a step forward in this draft this year?
Okay, I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all right? They moved back. They traded back from #7 to #12 with the Buffalo Bills. They collected 2 second-round picks out of this trade in 2018, and they took Vita Vea, a big, humongous
He's a
guy.
monster. He is a monster. That was a great pick by Tampa Bay. I'm with you there.
Yeah, this guy's 345 pounds, 6'4", and he's not a big, slow guy. He played running back in high school, okay? So, now keep in mind, Tampa Bay had the fewest amount of sacks in the NFL last year, but they traded for JPP, defensive end from the New York Giants. They signed Vinnie Curry, defensive end from the Philadelphia Eagles, and they still have Gerald McCoy, Pro Bowler, on the team. Now you got Vita Vea over there. They're not going to. Their sack totals are going to significantly increase.
Absolutely. That was a great pick by Tampa Bay. That was fantastic. I agree with you. I'm going to tell you a team, you know, we already know the Denver Broncos have spectacular. But them getting Bradley Chubb at #5, arguably the first or second best player completely overall in the draft, to get him at #5 because of some trades and a couple people took somebody that wasn't
Cleveland didn't take Bradley Chubb at
I thought
#4.
Cleveland was going to take him.
Right.
I predicted Cleveland to take Bradley Chubb in the first round.
They
but
took Denzel Ward instead, so that was crazy.
And just to think, this dude Bradley Chubb was not even rated coming out of high school. Now he's the #1 prospect. I ain't going to say #1 defensive player coming out of college football this year. And I thought you teaming him up with Von Miller now. Denver defense is already good. It just got better.
Right. Yeah, he took over for DeMarcus Ware. They lost him. Now they got Bradley Chubb, and so they're gonna try to make a Super Bowl run.
Anybody else you thought did good?
You know what? I was gonna say Denver Broncos. They did really good. I like what they did. And the Colts, they got the guy Quentin Nelson.
I thought he would be
offensive guard. Yeah, I thought he was gonna fall to the Bears, but Andrew Luck needs that protection.
Absolutely. I thought Buffalo did a good job able to get Josh Allen at #7. I thought that was real good. And also getting Tremaine Edwards.
Tremaine Edmonds here, right.
Excuse me. Tremaine Edmonds at number 16 in the. So I thought they got 2 players that can really help them out right away. Allen might be sitting a while. He might have to sit a year, but I thought they did real good for the big arm quarterback in the city of Buffalo, snow, windy, and all that. I thought they did good as well. What team that you was like, what?
Yeah, you see, the New Orleans Saints, they traded a 2019 first-round pick and a 2018 fifth-round pick to move from 27 to 14. They gave them picks away to the Green Bay Packers. And I'm thinking they're going to get Lamar Jackson.
I thought it was Lamar Jackson.
Okay, to take over for Drew Brees in a year or two. And they went ahead and took Marcus Davenport. He has good measurables. He's 6'6". He's a defensive end, 6'6", 260. He ran a 4.8 40. Good for a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
But his production, he went to Texas San Antonio, a small school. He only had 6 sacks as a junior, 8 sacks as a senior. I'm thinking if you go to a small school, you need to have a double-digit sacks. You need to be killing on your level.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the pick.
Yeah, Marcus Davenport, I think he is good. But for what they gave up for him, I don't think he was that good. I thought they was going Lamar Jackson. I thought Lamar Jackson, the offense, the offense with the running backs they already have in place, and the system with Sean Payton, I thought Lamar Jackson would have been the perfect fit for New Orleans to replace Drew Brees. As Drew Brees is going out, I thought, and then for him to be able to learn under Drew Brees in Drew Brees' last couple years, I thought that would have been perfect, but I agree with you there. The Browns taking Denzel Ward. Now, I like Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward is a first-round, top 10 kind of pick. But I thought when they had a chance to get Bradley Chubb to team up with Myles Garrett, I thought they should have got Bradley Chubb. It's not to say they don't need Denzel Ward, because they did have problems in the past.
Yeah, it was a need pick.
It definitely was a need pick, but if you... I still like, at that position with Cleveland 0-16, you just got to get the best players available.
Right.
And I thought they should have got Bradley Chubb. But hey, Denzel Ward, that's not to say Denzel Ward is going to be good. I do think he's going to be a good corner in this league. But number 4, wow, that's pretty high. So the expectations are going to be really high on Denzel. Out of all the players in the draft, some great players got drafted. We talked about the teams that fumbled, whatever. So what player are you looking forward to seeing in this draft?
Yeah, cornerback Mike Hughes from UCF, all right? This guy was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings with the number 30 pick. He was rated as a top 2 corner, but off the field problems made him slip in the draft. He went to University of North Carolina his freshman year. He played well, but during his freshman year, he went to a frat party, got into a fight, ended up having to transfer out of North Carolina, went to a junior college during his sophomore year, then ended up at UCF where he had a great season in his junior year. He had 4 interceptions, 11 pass breakups, and he had 3 returns for a touchdown, a kick returner and a punt returner. I'm looking forward to see this guy with the Minnesota Vikings and see if he can stay clean off the field.
Josh Rosen. I mean, Josh Rosen has talked a big game.
Right.
He's been running his mouth, and he's mad that he dropped to number 10 picked by Arizona. I mean, he's already quoted as saying it was 9 mistakes ahead of me. So them big words.
Oh yeah.
So I want to see. I'm one of the people. I'm one of the people. You say stuff, I believe you. So now I expect you, when you get your opportunity to play, I expect you to come out and do big things. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Josh Rosen. Now, a lot of scouts said he was the most NFL ready to go right now.
Right.
But he actually went last out of besides Lamar Jackson, he actually went last out of the super group, I guess. So he's pretty ticked off. Yeah. And I want to see him make teams pay. Let's see what he does with the Arizona Cardinals. He got drafted in a good situation. He stayed with a warm weather team. He played at UCLA, goes to Arizona, stayed in warm weather. Everything is, so.
He's going to get in there quick because Sam Bradford is the starting quarterback for the Cardinals. And Mike Glennon's the backup, so.
That's that, yeah.
Josh Rosen will be there real quick.
He'll be in the game real quick, so I'm very interested in seeing what he does as well. Anybody else?
Well, no, that's about it. Mike Hughes, I'm looking forward to see that guy.
Okay. What player? Okay, I just talked about Josh Rosen. How he slipped. I mean, he still went number 10, so he still went high. I think he's over exaggerating.
Right.
But he did. He when they first came out, they thought he'd be a top 3 pick at least.
Right.
Sam Darnold went over him. Baker Mayfield went over him. Josh Allen went over them. So, besides Josh Rosen, who else slipped in the draft that you didn't expect to slip?
Arden Key. Yeah. He's a defensive end from LSU. He had a great sophomore season in 2016 where he had 12 sacks. But coming into the 2017 season, he left the team for personal reasons during the spring. He came back to the team overweight, about 30 to 35 pounds overweight. Then he missed 5 games due to injury. So he slipped in the draft, but he did have a 3-game stretch in the SEC where he had 3.5 sacks and 20 tackles when he was healthy last season. So he's considered like one of the best edge rushers after Bradley Chubb in the draft. But he's slipped because of the off the field trouble. So if he can get to a good coach and he really humbles himself and learn from that experience, he can be a steal in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Lamar Jackson also slipped a little bit. I thought he would. I mean, at first it was conflicting with him. They was like, oh, he won't be a 1st round pick. Oh, now he's 2nd round. Then he jumped into the 1st round. I really thought he was going to the Saints. I really thought he was going to the Saints. But I think it's a benefit for him also because Baltimore they're letting Joe Flacco know.
Right.
Like you either gonna play better, or we gonna put somebody else back there.
Right.
That was a clear message draft pick by them drafting Lamar Jackson, and they traded up to get him as well too. Right. So Lamar Jackson going the last pick of the 1st round. I thought he'd be gone before that, but
I thought the Patriots might get him.
Yeah, I thought, and the Patriots didn't get a quarterback. That's another team.
Right.
So it was a lot of interesting things that went on in the draft this day, but very exciting. I was very entertained.
Right.
Great 1st round. I can't wait to watch the rest of it. When we come back, we're gonna talk NBA playoffs. A lot of exciting series, a lot of exciting players. You're watching Spectator Sports on SpectatorSporting.com. We'll be back.